Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Pass to Jordan. Here's Edey. And Tyrese Maxey gets... the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. It's stolen by Maxey. Bridges with it. Jordan picks him up. Here's Garnett. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Willie Green. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his three ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the three-point line tonight. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Outside for Love. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Williams. Here's Duren. Bridges, left side. And the dunk by Duren.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pass to Dillingham. Jordan with it. 5 to shoot. Outside for Love. Duren with a rebound. Milwaukee with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Garnett. Bridges outside. Driving inside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Yeah, nice take from Bridges. Love whenever he takes initiative on offense.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And New Orleans making a change here. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Wells. And here's Jordan. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it.
An infinite reach, it seems. The wingspan of Garnett is just amazing.
And here's Duren. Outside, Williams. And the dunk by Duren.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Pass to Watson. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Milwaukee leading by 11. Here's Garnett. He's got 5. Back to Bridges. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Bridges has gotten his second bucket.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And it's Smart missing. And Williams has got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Garnett. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. So Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort. He gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
And that one is hammered home.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
And the Bucks making a change here. Launches it. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Now here's Jordan. Pass to Edey. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
The Bucks leading by 10. Bridges outside. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people want it to just click right away, but when you put 2 guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Bridges. It's good.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And the basket by Bridges.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And he dunks it down.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but, I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Stolen by Bridges. Mikal Bridges has been on display for Milwaukee. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking. a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots, it causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Milwaukee leading by 11. They set the screen. And Maxey, here we go. Here's Garnett. Pass to Duran. Now here's Williams. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Maxey. Back to Duran. Vassell outside. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Love. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Clark, one thing to note when you play the Bucks, they don't give up many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. Against Milwaukee, your first shot in each possession is probably and likely going to be your last shot. Some teams don't even try for second chance opportunities against the Bucks. They're such a strong defensive rebounding team.
The kick out to Maxey. Here's Garnett. Banked it in off the glass. Garnett's got 9 points.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Garnett inside, expect a certain level of physicality.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some... Wow there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Dillingham. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Outside Love. Pass to Wells. Back to Love. 16 feet out. The rebound by the Bucks.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 5. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Buckets!
7 points in the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Dillingham. Williams grabs the board. The Bucks leading by 14. Outside, Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
The assist.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Love for 3. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Love's ability to play off the ball is what makes him such a versatile option at the offensive end.
Outside Maxey. Back to Williams. Driving in. Got a hand on it. And it's the Pelicans on the break. Yep, that one's good. Dillingham's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Maxey with it. Pass to Jovic. Williams on the wing. There's a screen. And And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. First one falls. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
It's tipped. They get it back. Here's Edey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Padding the stat sheet, getting the board and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earning his coach's appreciation.
Hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Here's Williams. Garnett. Tipped. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. Pelicans trail by 13. There's a minute 26 left in the second quarter. Pass to Jordan. Here's Edey. Out to the right wing. They shoot again. Jordan misses.
Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
Williams with it. Jordan picks him up. Outside, Williams. Count the basket. Williams has got 13 points in this quarter.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Pass to Edey. From deep. Sinks it from distance. Edey's got 15 points.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Now here's Jordan. Give him 8 points now. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Right side, Williams. Over to the left wing. Williams with the screen. Back to Williams. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Back to the game after this break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Pass to Garnett. Bridges outside. Pure from three-point range.
For three.
He's got 11.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
Jordan up top. Outside for Love. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Love. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Edey. 15 points in the game. Pass to Jordan. Down low. Left side Watson. Takes the three. And again, New Orleans no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Third personal foul. First team foul. Club substitution.
Tries a three off the inbound. Gets the three ball to go. Vassell's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Pass to Garnett. Here's Duren. Here's Garnett. The rebound by Edey. And it's the Pelicans on the break. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second personal foul.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Vassell outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans trail by 17. They push it up 4-on-3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Zion Williamson is a one of one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Jordan, so sweet to watch in the air. What a treat.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Pass to Maxey. Williams with it. Defended by Watson. Outside Maxey. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Back to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Williams. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Watson. It's stolen by Love. Here's Jordan. And an intentional foul right there. The Bucks making a switch here.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Love. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Durant.
Oh, don't fucking lie.
Out there say dynasties are dead. These days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see.
Put your starters in on your bench, nigga.
You know, this league has been
God
defined
damn.
over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Milwaukee making a switch here.
Substitution on
The Bucks leading by 16. Now here's Vassell to the paint. Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
To the middle. And the dunk by Duran.
You know, his passing ability might be the most overlooked part of his game. Garnett has really good court vision, especially for a guy that plays his position.
Now here's Jordan. Love connects on the 17-footer. Love's got 8. Pass to Vassell. Back to Oladipo. On the wing, Vassell. Here's Garnett. 6 to shoot. Garnett. Love grabs the miss. Here's Dillingham. To the inside. Here's Edey. Off with the layup. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And there's the screen. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And he lays it up and in. He's got 13.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Milwaukee leading by 17. Pass to Vassell. Shoots it from the corner. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Dillingham. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
No good on the second free throw.
Blocking foul called on Robert Dillingham. 4th personal foul. Second.
And the Bucks making a change here.
In for the Bucks, number 40, Miles Bridges.
And here are the Bucks now. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter here. Oladipo up top. No made baskets yet. Vassell can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And it's Love missing. And it's Vassell penetrating. Love grabs the miss. There's the drive. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee out in front, up by 16. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Pelicans trail by 16. And he drives in. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Robert Williams picks up 1.
Making the defense compromise right there. Once Jordan gets into the lane, defenses become a little sketchy. Actually, they get pretty nervous.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Jordan.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since. It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Here's Maxey. And he banks in the layup. Maxey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Edey. The rebound by the Bucks. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Love. Here's Edey. It's hauled in by Garnett. And here is Maxey. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And you can't lose sight of Love in these pick and rolls. He's skilled at converting in different ways.
Deflected. Jordan with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside Watson for 3. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Williams punches it home.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Outside Love. 3-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. Love's got 9 points now in the second half.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Williams. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
And here's Jordan. Pass to Dillingham. And it's rejected. And they'll keep possession. Hacked and still knocks it down. Great composure there.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, get your feelings hurt.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Pass to Maxey. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass on the layup. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Jordan. Here he goes. Shoots from 12. The rebound by Bridges. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
4 on the clock. Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. New Orleans on D. Trailing by 13. And he lobs it up top. And the dunk by Duran.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Outside for Love. Over to the wing.
That's a tough walk back to the showers. I'm pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back. With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
Milwaukee leading by 15. Pass to Garnett. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Garnett's gotten 4 this quarter.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defenders something extra to think about. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
It's Bridges on the wing. Over Love. Bridges misses.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Vassell. It's deflected.
The 2021-22 Defensive Player of the Year winner. Smart loves sending shots back.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
The Bucks leading by 11. Pass to Oladipo. There's a screen. Here's Sims. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And here's New Orleans now. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. That free throw misses. So he comes up empty, missing both. Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
And he gets it to go. Jordan's got 18 points in just the second half.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Bucks.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Jalen Duren.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor.
Edie, that's good. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Duren the screen. And Williams punches it home. Jordan with it. From deep three-point range. No good. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.